Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. So here's the scoop that's been buzzing around NFL circles. The Atlanta Falcons are apparently in serious talks with the Houston Texans about a blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC South and give Atlanta a serious boost in their quest for Super Bowl glory. The name on everyone's lips: Will Anderson Jr., the explosive edge rusher who's been making waves all season long. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this really happening? Well, according to Adam Schefter, a trusted source in NFL reporting, there's some serious smoke here, and it's worth paying attention. Let's break down what the buzz is all about. Texans, sitting at 5-5 and facing some financial challenges after extending C.J. Stroud with a massive $280 million contract, are apparently open to moving Anderson Jr. before the offseason. The Texans are reportedly listening to offers that include a first-round pick in 2026, plus a third-rounder in 2026 from the Falcons. This kind of deal would give Atlanta a frontline game-changer at a position that's been a bit shaky in recent seasons. Anderson Jr., only 24 years old, has been nothing short of spectacular this year. He was the Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2023 and has continued to build on that momentum in 2025. His stats are eye-popping. In just 10 games, Anderson Jr. has tallied 28 solo tackles, 12 assists, 40 combined tackles, and an impressive 9.5 sacks. That's not just good, that's Pro Bowl caliber production. His pressure rate is top 6 among all edge rushers with a PFF pass rush grade of 92, one which is elite. He's winning around 24% of his pass rush wins, and he's racked up 16 tackles for loss, all without any major injuries, just a minor calf strain that he returned from quickly. His ability to generate pressure and disrupt offenses has been a game-changer for Houston, especially considering the Texans' defense as a whole has been elevating their game, thanks in large part to Anderson Jr. Now, why would Houston consider trading him? Well, the Texans are in a bit of a rebuild mode. Their offensive line has struggled, allowing 28 sacks just with C.J. Stroud under center, which is a big concern for future success. Plus, they've got some financial commitments looming, extensions for players like Diggs and Mixon, and the cap space is tight. Houston is also riding a wave of success, but they're looking for ways to shore up their roster and build around their young quarterback, Stroud. With Danielle Hunter also playing at a high level, he's got 9.5 sacks and a PFF grade of 88. The Texans are trying to keep their defense competitive, but they see a window to get maximum value for Anderson Jr. On the flip side, the Falcons are sitting at 6-5, currently ranked 18th in the league in points allowed per game, giving up around 25. That's not terrible, but it's not elite either. Their pass rush has been solid but inconsistent. Grady Jarrett has been a bright spot, earning a PFF grade of 82. With 5.5 sacks, but adding an elite talent like Anderson Jr. could push the entire front to the next level. Imagine a front seven with David Onyemata, who's been strong with 4 sacks, teaming up with Anderson Jr. and Jarrett. That kind of rotation would be terrifying for opposing offenses. The potential impact on Atlanta's defense could be huge. Anderson Jr. paired with Jarrett and Onyemata would form a nightmare scenario for quarterbacks. We're talking about at least plus 32 total pressures per game, with a pressure rate jumping from around 34% to nearly 46%. That kind of pressure makes a difference. It forces turnovers, stops drives, and keeps the opposing offense off balance. And let's not forget, Anderson Jr. has shown he can be a dominant run defender as well, allowing just 3.6 yards per carry in his 10 games this season. His ability to set the edge and collapse the pocket would complement Atlanta's existing strengths and elevate their overall defensive efficiency. What's more, this kind of upgrade could be the catalyst that pushes the Falcons into the top 10 defenses in the league, something they've been striving for all season. Their third down defense could improve by around 18%, and the number of forced turnovers could easily increase by a dozen, swinging momentum and giving the offense more opportunities to put points on the board. It's not just about individual stats, It's about transforming the entire unit into a dominant force capable of closing out games and making life miserable for opponents. Now, considering the Falcons' current roster, this move makes a lot of sense. They're already competitive, but adding a player like Anderson Jr. could turn them into a serious playoff contender, especially with the NFC South being wide open this year. The division has been unpredictable, with the Bucs, Saints, and Panthers all showing flashes of competence. But with Anderson Jr. on the edge, the Falcons would have a clear advantage in pass rush and overall defensive disruption, which could be the difference in tight games down the stretch. And let's talk about the bigger picture, a potential Super Bowl run. The Falcons have been building a balanced team, and with the right pieces, they could be serious contenders. Adding Anderson Jr. would be a statement move, signaling to the league that Atlanta is ready to compete at the highest level. Plus, his presence would energize the entire team and fan base, rekindling that fiery passion that Atlanta fans are known for. Imagine the excitement of seeing that young star flying off the edge in crucial moments, forcing key sacks and sealing victories. It's exactly the kind of move that could propel the Falcons from a solid team to a true playoff powerhouse. Of course, we have to keep in mind that trades of this magnitude are complex and involve negotiations, salary cap considerations, and strategic planning. But the signs point to a real possibility that Atlanta and Houston could be working toward this kind of deal. If it comes to fruition, it would be one of the most exciting acquisitions of the season, and Falcons fans should be ready to embrace this new chapter. Looking ahead, the AFC South is in flux, and the Texans are trying to stay competitive while also planning for the future. The Falcons, meanwhile, are eyeing their next playoff push, and a move like this could be the final piece they need to make a serious run. With the playoffs approaching and the NFC South still up for grabs, every game and every addition counts. Anderson Jr. could be that X factor that tips the scales in Atlanta's favor, especially if he joins forces with a defense that's already showing signs of improvement. In terms of the broader NFL landscape, this potential trade signals a shift in how teams are valuing young, disruptive pass rushers. Anderson Jr. is only 24 and his upside is still enormous. When paired with the Falcons' defensive coaching staff, led by Raheem Morris, who loves a blitz-heavy approach reminiscent of the Seahawks' Legion of Boom from the 2010s, this could be a recipe for dominance. Morris's aggressive schemes could maximize Anderson's talent, creating chaos for offenses and elevating the Falcons' defensive identity. So, Falcons fans, hold onto your hats. This story isn't just about a player swap, it's about a possible turning point for the franchise. Whether it's an early Christmas gift or a bold move to set up for a deep playoff run, the idea of Anderson Jr. in Atlanta has everyone talking. The Falcons have always been a team with resilience, passion, and a fighting spirit, and adding a talent like him could be the spark that reignites their championship dreams. As we keep an eye on developments, remember that Atlanta's future is being shaped right now. The right move at the right time can make all the difference, and if this trade happens, it would be a game changer. Fans, stay fired up and ready because the Falcons are on the cusp of something big, and you don't want to miss a single second of the action. The road to Super Bowl LXI might just pass through Atlanta, and with Anderson Jr. potentially joining the team, the sky's the limit for our beloved Falcons. Let's get ready to cheer them on because this season could be one for the history books. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news.